Now, reading Amendment number 6 again, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law and be informed of the nature and the cause of the accusation. Okay? To be confronted with the witnesses against him and have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. Yes. Now, when you don't do Amendment number 5, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. I will tell you that since I wasn't in Squim on that day and I had the evidence to prove that, when the public defender's office decided they weren't going to spend the money to find out if he was actually on the bus that morning, they weren't going to look at the evidence that I wasn't in Squim that evening on New Year's Eve. When they weren't going to compel witnesses in my favor, they violated numerous laws. Now, I did contact the Public Defenders Association. I contacted numerous public defenders throughout the nation, and it seems when you get paid from taxpayer monies and then you get grants from the Legal Services Administration, and they have these where you get free legal help because of the taxpayer monies. I thought I'd run for office today. Now, when you disparage me, and then you entrap me, and then you put me in jail for 27 days, and then you don't provide the defense that would be in my favor because, well, the prosecuting attorneys just don't like this. It could be that I end up suing every prosecuting attorney in every county of the United States. Now, they've all sworn that they would support the state laws, the state constitution, the federal laws, and the United States Constitution. And when I know that public defenders get paid a whole lot less than prosecuting attorneys because you get paid a lot in court fees and fines for every person that you can put in jail and then get convicted of a crime. But being that American citizen that emailed, November of 2015, I'm kind of thinking that I'll sue every prosecuting attorney in this nation. See, prosecuting attorneys actually get paid from the revenue of the judicial system, the fees and fines, or they get paid from the money from the taxpayers. Now, when you really think about it, where do people get their money? Good question. We could go through every fee and fine of every judicial system because I've asked for that. See, my thought was I would set up a charity for those that owe court fees and fines. Then I'd pay off everybody's court fees and fines before I sue the counties and their judicial system so as to make sure they have the money. I'd get a big tax deduction because I'm in a very high tax bracket, okay? Then I know the total amount of all court fees and fines owed in every court in every county of the United States. Now, if you could just give me that updated amount of all the owed court fees and fines of every person arrested in every county of the United States. I'm planning on getting hundreds of billions of dollars for not enforcing the Constitution of the United States. So I make a big gift to all of those that owe any court anywhere in the nation, and I pay off all their court fees and fines. And then when I go to suing every court in every county, I know they have the money to pay the damages for refusing to enforce the Constitution and the Constitution of the United States. Now, I did some guesstimating on the total amount of fees and fines owed by every person arrested, and approximately the last 20, 30 years. I mean, if you're in prison or one of these, but a lot of them, when they get out of jail or they get out of prison, they have a difficult time getting employment. It seems that once you get arrested, you can't ever get a leg up. So my thought was I would find out the exact amount of all court fees and fines owed to every county and every state in the United States. I'd make one big gift to every person that's gotten arrested. And then I deduct that off my income taxes as a charity. Then when I go to sue the counties, I know they have the money to pay me the damages. Now, a lot of people that have court and fees and fines, they would be so happy to receive that gift. But I'm telling you today, I happen to be a lot wealthier than I sound. Now, why don't you get me the actual email and telephone numbers of every person that owes any court fees and fines for the last 40 years, the total amount owed to every county in the United States, including territories of the possessions of the United States. The total amount owed to every state. Now, I know there are judges and public defenders and prosecuting attorneys who say, well, if you did that, what are we going to do for the income of our own court system? Well, guess what? You get fired! They can't afford you! Looks like we're going to have to cut some of the fat out of every court system in America. Okay. Because I was real serious about that charity I was wanting to start, and I could use that tax deduction considering the number of desalinators I had planned on selling.